What up, fam? It's your boy. Yes, sir. Let's have a conversation. Boy, went to the movies this weekend. Monday was a busy day. The whole weekend's been a busy day. Yo, I'm trying to tell you, man, the things that I've had to catch up on and watch just so I can spend more time with you, it's been a pleasure. But you know what? Let's stop talking and let's get to walking up on these things. So you know where we start? For you, me, and the crew. Let's go with it. Now pull up, boom, me. It is what it does, what it do. It's your boy, T3, Geek Town. Let's get down. But before we get started, don't forget to like, subscribe, share, comment, come talk to your boy. Yes, thank you. I appreciate all of you. But now, let's get into this business. What did we go see this weekend? I went to go finally watch the monster movie Wolfman. Yes, sir. If you don't like spoilers, go ahead and pause. I'll give you a second. Okay, now that we got all the crybabies out the room, let's talk about Wolfman, the new monster movie. Now, you know, last time you seen your boy, I went to go see Nosferatu. I said I love a good monster flick. Nosferatu got some high marks from me, but I'm going to have to say Wolfman right now, at the beginning of the year, and it's only January, is my monster movie of the year so far. Why? Well, let's start with what the storyline is. They don't go into the whole, liking situation and the whole origin of the werewolf. They just give you a short soliloquy, a small little sample paragraph that talks about people being found in the mountains, what is called mountain sickness, and where people start to look and act wild and crazy. And later on comes up with the name Wolfman. Now, why is Wolfman such an important term? Let's go back a little bit. Wolfman was the original name. Before we came out with the name werewolves, Wolfman was the original name of the monsters in this universe. It used to be the Wolfman, Dracula, Frankenstein, the Mummy, you know what I'm saying? The Creature from the Black Lagoon. All these things were like origin. These were like back in the 50s and 60s. Those are the monsters of the decade. So for you to call this movie Wolfman and not werewolves, it was set in a tone to where we're going old school classic werewolf movie. Yes. So where does this movie begin? It begins with the man and his son living in Oregon, out in the woods, living off the grid, just literally making their day-to-day lives. Don't explain why. Don't know why he's made this move. You know his mother technically has passed away based on some of the statements that the dad made, but the dad is very military rigid, very old 900, very, get your son to tuck his bed in and have the corners tight and all the rest of this stuff. And then they come across something crazy in the woods, which almost kills them both. Well, the boy goes and grows up 30 years later. You find out that his dad went missing and didn't come home, but he never even went to go find out what happened. And so now it's 30 years later. The keys to his dad's house shows up to his door because the state of Oregon has declared him dead. And he was like, well, we need to go clear out my dad's stuff. Okay. In his mind, what they came across as a child was a bear, because that's what his fathers told him. But that was not the case, because his dad knew he came across something supernatural and tried to go after it. Well, he's in there. Of course, things go awry within the first 20 minutes of the movie, and the horror movie begins. And the beast is out chasing them down. Well, of course, he gets scratched in the process of being chased. Now, why do I make this the movie of the year? Because there was a couple twists and turns that made this a really good movie. Yes. Did they have the girl fall while she was running through the woods? Yes, they did. Did they do everything you're not supposed to do in a horror movie? Absolutely. Yes, they did. Did they take chances where they didn't have to take chances if they could just hold out till morning? Yes, but let's go ahead and go on with the frame of the movie. The man starts to turn almost instantly. By a heightened sense of smell was the first thing that you notice. Then he could hear things crazy like, and he's starting to change his life and starting to change before his wife and child in the process. Well, as the process is going on, he's starting to change. Now, what made this movie really, really cool was you got to see it from both perspectives. His perspective as he's changing and her perspective as she's watching him change. Of course, the human perspective is seeing this man, his hair's coming out a little bit, his teeth are coming out, his skin is changing and rotting away a little bit, coming to be something completely different. All these factors and things are going on. On his perspective, as he's changing, he's losing the ability to understand what they're saying. It sounds to him like a Charlie Brown cartoon as they're talking to him. He starts to see them in a vision of a light because he has the night vision like an animal, where everything to him is clear in the evening. And to them is dark in there. And that plays a huge effect at one of the scenes in this movie, which made this movie even more phenomenal. So as he's changing, he understands he's changing, but he cannot speak it. He cannot say what he wants to say that I'm actually becoming something else, but I don't know what yet. And then all of a sudden the monster comes back. Turns out there are two wolfmen, which I did not expect. I expected for him to become the terror that terrorizes his family after he got scratched by the wolf. But no, the wolf that scratched him is continuously attacking him and his family as he's changing, to a point to where it becomes Wolfman versus Wolfman, because he has to protect his family because he still has a slight conscience. He has not yet fully left his mental capacity. Even though the animal instinct in him has come out, the affection for his daughter, God bless the children, has come out and given him an inkling that there is something that he must protect and do, which he does, and ends up killing the wolfman that is trying to kill his family, which turns out to be his father. Ba-dum. You know what I'm saying? Bro. But then, of course, he loses all instinct and goes crazy. Now, I said that vision of him being able to see through his eyes and being able to see through their eyes was one of the major benefits of this movie. There comes a point where he's sitting in the dark because they're hiding in the barns like idiots, and they're waiting to try to see if they can wait him out while she's holding a flashlight. He is literally 2 feet from them, looking at them in the dark, and he sees them clearly. And you go back to their vision, it's pitch black and they can't see that he's sitting right there. And as he gets ready to attack, his foot gets trapped in one of the bear traps in there as he's getting ready to attack his family. And of course, they go running through the woods, and of course, one of them falls. As he's making through, he gnaws his foot off, eats his foot, just like any animal in the woods when they get trapped. They gnaw their foot off. He gnawed his foot off and went to a point to where he was chasing his family down. But as he got to the top of the tree where they were hiding at, he sees his daughter. And at that moment, he could really just resonate that he knows he loves his child. And he is literally pleading with his wife to go ahead and shoot him, to kill me, because he doesn't want to be this way. And his daughter is trying to tell her mama he wants to go. You know what I'm saying? Listen to your kids, man. The children will lead the way. But she ain't listening until he acts like he is about to attack in full mode, and she has to pop one in his chest. And of course, that's where we end this movie. Yes. No more explanation, no more Wolfman, no more, but it was a classic horror movie with a great twist, good storyline. Just like Nosferatu, you had just enough killing to keep things going, but a really good story to go along with it, and great camera cinema twist. I have to give it to these, to Blumhouse. Blumhouse has been doing some phenomenal monster movies. I won't do all their horror movies, but their monster movies has been top notch. Oh, I'm sorry. I was getting ready to pause you. How many Afro picks? How many Afro picks do you get? Yes, sir. You get 4.8 Afro picks. You wasn't a perfect movie, but you was a really, really good movie. All right, fam. It is what it is. Yo, your man's got his comic book. Oh, wait. Oh, yes. Your man's got his next books up in here. I know we haven't talked about the Ultimate Superman and Ultimate Batman yet. We did discuss the Wonder Woman. We will have a couple reading Rainbows this week. So I'm looking forward to having those conversations, as well as 2 animes that I finally got to finish. And we're going to do them both in the same set because I got to jump on that final season of My Hero Academia because you know your man is on fire. But until then, my friends, if you see your man's in the streets, hit him with the beats. Hit him with a jingle jangle, baby. Jingle jangle.